Sajjad Karim, immigration is a huge problem, or migration is a huge problem for the whole of Europe. Any thoughts on what the solution could be?
Well, this is far too big a problem for any one member state to deal with on their own, and quite clearly there is a need for an orchestrated and coordinated programme to be put in place. As yet, the European Union, I'm afraid, has failed to do what is absolutely necessary. We have individual member states coming forward with their own policies, both inside the Schengen area and indeed outside, including my own country, the United Kingdom. Now, I recall visiting the Syrian migration refugee camps in Lebanon in February 2012, and even at that stage it was abundantly clear that the conditions within those camps were insufficient to house people for any length of time. It is no wonder so many years down the line, with the situation becoming increasingly grave for Syrians living in Syria, that they are now opting, rather than to go to those refugee centres and camps, to actually make their way across into Europe. And therefore, unless we as a continent actually step up to the mark with a humanitarian response, with a response that caters for the legal rights of these people, along with the moral obligations that we have, then I am afraid as a continent in years to come, we will look back to this particular time not with a great sense of pride.
Do you think European citizens in general and British citizens in particular have enough generosity of spirit to offer a welcome?
I have no doubt about that at all. The issue is making sure that we have a coordinated programme in place at a European Union level, then that to be implemented at a national level, and of course to be carried out at the ground level by local authorities. And that is where we must absolutely make sure that proper resources are provided, so that we do not find ourselves in a situation that areas are having to cope with numbers of refugees coming to them that they are simply unable to cope with, because that will then lead to community tensions taking place. And it is essential that the people that come in as refugees are integrated into those local communities on as speedy a basis as is possible, and that can only happen through a coordinated and properly resourced programme.